The following is a presentation of Team Bonding, providing more than 100 live, virtual, or hybrid corporate team building activities for companies around the world. Visit teambonding.com to schedule your event now.
Hello once again, my team. It's me, Rich Riddensland, and welcome to Team Building Around the World, the podcast where I speak to people from the team bonding, team building industry from all across the globe. Today, we are reaching all the way out to Prague and the Czech Republic to speak with Mr. Jakub Skorik. He's the head of the department of Maxin Prague, and we're going to hear his story in just a moment. But first, I do want to actually give some love to my supporters. This show is supported by the Catalyst Team Building Network. Find out more about the world's largest network of team building providers at catalystglobal.com. We also want to thank our friends at B1G1, which can make your business a real force for good. Visit b1g1.com to get started. And now, friends, back in 1999, Maxin Prague started as a family business with long-established partnerships with local suppliers to create an optimal solution for their client needs. And in 2017, they became part of the Catalyst Team Building Network. So please join me in welcoming the head of the department all the way from Prague in the Czech Republic, Jakub Skorik.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, Jakub. Don't worry about those. That's just a small group of people I keep chained up under my desk, and they're only there to applaud, so it's not like they have a lot to do. So how are you today, sir? What time is it out there in Prague?
Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. We have actually just after lunch, so we have like 2 p.m. So it's really just the nap time after have lunch.
That's fantastic because I just woke up from my nap time. It's 8 a.m. here. But let's start off, Jakub, just for all of my audience out there who don't know who you are. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, well, I'm responsible for the team building department in actually our company. It's actually focused on the event production, but we have been doing the team buildings, since actually very beginning. And I'm responsible for the team buildings only in the company.
Okay. What other things do you offer out there with Maxin?
Well, actually, we do all sorts of stuff for the events production. So we have even a rental department. We want to be kind of like a one-stop shop for the people who wants to do event in Czech Republic.
Great.
So all the foreign companies who are going to Czech Republic and they want to do meetings, events, or team buildings, they can come to us and we can deliver everything from the first to the end.
Okay. So, Jakub, tell me, how is it that you actually got started in this business? Now, I understand Maxin is a family company. Is that your family?
Yes. I'm the son of the owner, so I don't have to do anything. I'm just annoying my assistants, just bringing me a coffee, and that's it.
Very nice.
I actually started in the hotel industry, in the travel business, but it was quite boring. So I was looking for something more fun. And there I have been the girl in the office for everything, for the event production. And afterwards, I've been the event manager, and then I even started moderating some of the events. And from there, I just joined the team building, and that's how I end up here.
Okay. While team building, I also agree, is not as dull as hotel management, which I should clarify is just my opinion. What inspired you about team building itself to make it what you thought you'd want to be?
Supporting the people, to helping them, because actually I'm helping as well, planning and events and selling them for the Maxin as well. It's actually kind of bonded together that we are supporting our clients to either reach their goals or bring their teams together. I like to support them to achieve something with them. So that's the most rewarding for me.
So helping clients, helping them attain their goals. Tell me what that looks like out there in Prague, because that's really what I think for many of my listeners who might not be part of the industry. We're actually getting people who just want to know what life is like on the other side of the world. So what is team building like in Prague?
Well, most importantly, it's a lot of fun for the people to bring the good atmosphere, the good mood for them.
Okay.
And during that entertaining afternoon, let's say, we work with them with some short games. And for the people, the most important is to bring the energy for them, because Czech people, they're very different to even Italians or Well, German people, they are quite similar to us, but completely different to the United States. We are very boxy. We are really like to be in our walls. We don't want to interact so much. We like our standards. We don't want to go out and try something new very often, even though we like it. And many new generations, they like it much more than the others. But still, we're a lot of in the borders. So the most important is to take them out of these boxes, as we say. And then they interact and they have fun and then they learn a lot. So that's the most important for us.
Well, how do you do that? If you have a people who culturally are so used to being closed off, how do you get them through the door? How do you get them to open up? Because one of the problems that I've always had, especially even here in the States, is that people are afraid to look foolish. They're afraid to step out of their comfort zone, especially with people that they work with. How do you get people in the Czech Republic to open up to you?
It's always depends on the group. We always have a lot of annoying questions to our clients if we work with them together for the first time.
Okay.
And we try to understand the mentality of the team. We try to understand what they exactly do, who they are pretty much. Of course, it's a little bit difficult if you have 250 people.
Yeah.
But still you can understand the mentality inside, and then it really suits each group suits something a little bit different. For somebody, some kind of silly funny game. For somebody, we use some kind of physical touches, for example, during the icebreakers. So always something different, but all the time works when our staff and everybody from our team are enthusiastic about the game, and that's work always 100% time. And they are not then scared to do any kind of silly things which we prepare for them.
Give an example if you can. What are some of those annoying questions you ask your clients when you're just getting to know them?
The basic stuff about who they are, what is, for example, the normal working routine, if they have any kind of issues inside the team, what is their experience with the previous team buildings, what has worked before, what not. I'm sorry, somebody is calling me for the third time already, so that's why the silent mode in the iPhone didn't work.
Okay.
Sorry for that.
That's not a problem.
All these kind of things to get them know better personally as well as professionally. So who they are, ladies, men's, all these kind of things. As many details as we can.
Okay. So you've got the client, they're hooked, they want you to come in and perform your magic for their team. And you mentioned icebreakers. Now, can you describe to my team out there what an icebreaker is and what some of your favorite ones?
The icebreaker is very quick, short game, which has very quick explanation and which takes 5 to 10 minutes maximum. Sometimes something to warm up the people. So that's, I would describe basically the energizer or the icebreaker. My favorite one is actually evolution. I don't know if you have heard about this one.
Go ahead. I have, but let's assume they haven't. So go ahead.
Oh, okay. So it's actually based on the paper, scissors, rocks. You just start as an egg and you just walk around the meeting space as an egg and you're looking for another egg. You play paper, scissors, rocks. Who wins? He develops to the chicken. So then you walk like a chicken around the meeting space. And again, you're looking for another chicken. And this, you can add as many characters as you want. And at the end, we say that now you can come up, once you develop to the human being, you can come to the podium and you can look at the zoo, which is walking around. So that's pretty much my favorite one.
That is great. I like that one too. Do you have any others that you like?
Actually, I just remember right now with another paper, scissors, rocks, when you have the cheerleader.
Yeah.
So you play paper, scissors, rocks, and who wins has a cheerleader from his opponents, and then you're looking for another opponents with one cheerleader. And at the end, you end up with 2 people fighting with paper, scissors, rocks with a bunch of people cheering for them, which is really great as well.
Yeah, it really is. That last round is always so energetic. It's really wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you don't mind, let's talk a bit. We're going to change a little gears here and talk about the Czech Republic itself. What is it about teamwork in the Czech Republic that makes your job so necessary? What are some of the challenges you face when doing team building in the Czech Republic?
Well, first of all, we have to say that in Czech Republic, the perception of the team building is, I would say, a little bit older, or I would say the perception is not that well received yet. So we're still quite developing in this way. So many times we have to explain what is the added value of the team buildings. That is not just some kind of fun afternoon where they drink a beer and play some football. Even though many companies, especially multinational, they understand why the team buildings are necessary. But for a majority, we explain why it's necessary to do the team building. So that's the first thing, which is very important to say, that I would say we are like 10 years or maybe 7 years behind the Western Europe yet still, because that was affected by the communism time, which we had here still until 1989. So we were heavily affected by that. And we are still developing. Then from those who understands why to use the team buildings for their team, the most challenging is the communication. That's pretty much the daily thing which we do in our team buildings. I would say that's the most common goal which we set up with our clients, that they would like to improve the communication and passing the experience, passing the knowledge from one to another one.
Okay. Jakub, if you can, please just hold on. I'm going to get back to this real quick. But first, I want to take a break for a moment to tell all my team out there about the Catalyst Team Building Network, an association of team building providers. With representatives in over 90 countries speaking more than 20 languages, the Catalyst Network is widely regarded as the voice of the team building industry. Network members share resources, best practices, and business opportunities. Catalyst partners are learning from each other and pushing the boundaries of what is possible in team building. Catalyst Network members share a common goal of creating highly relevant, socially responsible, good value experiences for their clients. So for more information, please visit catalystglobal.com. The Catalyst Team Building Network, the world's largest network of team building providers. All right. So you're telling us, Jakub, that team building is still not all that well received in Prague and the Czech Republic. What were the early days like? I mean, what kind of team dynamics are they looking for in the Czech Republic?
Well, the basic team building here looks like that you're going to the pub and you have a nice evening with your colleagues, and or you have some kind of party. We just make a joke that this is really good. This is pretty much the perception, or that they are going, for example, to the mountains and they do some kind of hikes together. They spend one day during the weekend, and that's pretty much the perception of the team buildings here.
So there you are, you're talking to a client, you're trying to show them this all new way of doing things, and they're telling you that the main thing they want to work on is communication. How do you sell them on trying this new dynamic to get that goal?
First of all, we try to figure it out. What is the actual problem? How does it look? What exactly is the problem in the communication which they have? And based on that, we check our programs, what we have, what we can do for them, and then we are discussing how we could amend it towards this goal. So the selling for us is, I don't want to be negative, but it's more about finding the issue, the problem which they have, and trying to solve it. Of course, sometimes we figure it out that our programs, our products don't fit this issue, and that we should create something either tailor-made or that they need to use something else if they want to solve it. So it's more kind of like an open discussion, and if we agree that this can be the solution, then we sell it.
What are some of the problems with communications that you've seen, without going into specifics, naming companies or people or anything like that?
From the basic ones, that there are some personal problems. Sometimes we figure it out that the company has difficult communication structure. For example, they force them to use, 3 different softwares, for example, to reach 3 different departments. What else? Of course, the distance. The distance is very often the issue, that they have different branches in different cities.
Okay.
And even though the people, they know each other for a very long time, they just don't work together properly. So maybe these 2 will be great examples, I would say.
Okay. No, that's great. Now let's talk about, of course, distance. Here in the US, we're actually just starting to loosen restrictions on lockdown due to the COVID-19 pandemic. What kind of challenges are you facing over there in Prague?
Well, first of all, our distances are slightly different to yours in the United States.
Sure.
Our country is much smaller.
Right.
But yeah, in COVID-19, actually, Czech Republic, they handle it very well, or we handle it very well.
Okay.
Even though we had some deaths, but still, I think we had like 8,000 people maybe sick.
Okay.
So it was very, very low number. And now, actually, in these days, as we speak, you can do events up to 1,000 people, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, good.
And you don't need to carry the face mask on the street, just inside of the spaces. But this should be released in like 3-4 weeks.
Good for you.
So yeah, this is working really well. And now you can even travel around Europe again, as we were used to. So
great.
It's really good. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Congratulations, by the way. That's got to be a huge relief.
Hopefully, yes. Thanks.
Now, okay, let's shift some gears here. One of my favorite things to do is to work with charitable organizations. Do you have anything like that you work with in Prague?
Yeah, yes, we do. We have actually 2 preferred associate or organization in Czech Republic with whom we work. Actually, just today I have been there just to give them 1 bicycle for one boy. But it always depends on the clients as well, because many times the clients, they already cooperate with some kind of charity program.
Oh, okay.
So then either we work with them, or if they don't, then of course we use ours. But majority of the clients, they want to have a local impact.
Right.
So they focus on the local problems which we discuss.
What are some of those local the charities? You don't have to tell me specifics about the problems, but let's give some love to the charities themselves.
The most, actually, with whom we work most is actually focused on the kids in the orphanage and on starting their lives after they leave the orphanage. So they're giving them support once they're 18 and they leave the orphanage. So they are supporting, and as well they are supporting actually families who are taking the kids from the orphanage to have a normal family. So this is who we support most.
And how do you do that? How do you actually, what is it that you do for that charity?
It's either financial support, direct.
Okay.
So, or actually very popular is building a dream program here in Czech Republic.
Great.
So we have done that quite a few times. For listeners, it's actually building a bike. And afterwards, this bicycle is donated to the kids. So this is very something which is very popular here.
Yeah, it's popular here too. That's always good to know. But actually, with that in mind, Jakub, one more time, I'm going to step away. And I want to tell all my friends out there about B1G1, which can make your business a real force for good. When you're a part of B1G1, you bring new purpose, meaning, and relevance to your business by making giving a core of what you do. Unlike conventional giving models, B1G1 helps small and medium-sized businesses achieve more social impact by embedding giving activities in their everyday business operations to create unique giving stories. Every business transaction can impact lives from just as little as 1 cent. So please visit b1g1.com to get started. B1G1, business for good. All right, and we're back with Jakub. Jakub, let's talk about you for a little bit. What are some of your favorite events that you produce?
I love the formulas. That's most probably because I'm still a big boy.
Okay.
So I love the building of formulas and then racing with them.
Okay. That's the Formula One racers, as we call them over here?
Yeah, the flat out Formula One. Yeah,
nice.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Very good. Do you have any memories, maybe silly memories of one of those events that you were running in?
Yeah. We did it actually for one IT company, and they put actually a boss in the formula, and they actually, instead of pushing, they hooked up 2 big guys as the engine, and he looked really scared when they were running really, really fast downhill, and he was in that formula. So that was really his face was saying everything.
Nice.
So yeah, that was really, really funny, really nice.
Very good. Let's kind of flip it. People are always curious to hear about nightmare scenarios, like the worst challenge you've ever had to overcome during an event.
Well, yeah, there's always something which goes wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I like to say that our job as the event manager sometimes is to make it that the minor thing is not working. But yeah, we do plan pretty much everything well.
Good.
Yeah, but yeah, few times we we just had some issues with the preparation, so you just end up like 2 minutes before the people entered the space. So most probably it was because of the technology issues, that something was connected to something, and for example the router didn't speak to tablets or something like that. So that took us down. But all the rest.
How do you overcome?
Well,
yeah. What is it that you do to overcome moments like that? Like if you were a facilitator standing there and suddenly your electronics weren't working, what would you do?
We just make a joke of that. Honestly speaking, that, for example, okay, so this is the test version. Now we'll plug in the normal one. So we just turn it into some kind of fun, and it sometimes happens. It's the technology, so you cannot do anything with that. So.
Well, let's talk about you then for a minute, if you don't mind. In your personal life, do you find that, being in the team building industry affects your personal life at all?
Yeah, actually a lot. Yes.
Well, I mean, your whole family has been in it since 1999,
yes.
So.
Yes.
What was it like being raised in that?
Well, the great thing is that meeting a lot of new people all the time. That's the most important, and I think the biggest advantage, that even though when I was teenager and I was helping at some kind of event or something like that, I could meet a lot of foreign people. I could talk to them in English. I could listen to their stories, what they are doing. So that was very helpful. It helped a lot to be open-minded for the new stuff, even though still many times I'm very stubborn and I don't want to go in certain ways, but all the rest is really great advantage, and it's very important to see all different approaches to different stuff. So that's very, very good.
Okay. Do you have any family of your own right now?
Yeah, my wife, she's pretending and working in the next room.
So did you meet her through the industry, or did she come on board when you and her got together?
Actually, yeah. Actually, we've met. She was helping. She was actually a hostess at our events, and actually, her sister. She was working in our company, so that's how we met.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
Yeah.
Tell me about. Do you find that it actually strengthens your bond, or being knowing all this about team dynamics? Do you find that it actually helps strengthen your bond with family, with your friends, or is it just something that people are like, oh, he's trying to build us into a team again?
It gives me better perspective over certain problems.
Okay.
I'm not applying, even though actually we are sometimes playing games which we have in the work, which I have in the company. We play them with the people just for fun, especially during the quarantine when it was complete lockdown and we couldn't see each other with the people. So we used our actually online games with our friends just to have some fun and to again connect together via Zoom or something like that. But otherwise, I don't force them to do any kind of things. Only when they ask me.
Oh, okay. You don't force them to just build Formula One racers for you on a whim. That's probably probably for the best. Jakub, thank you so much for being on the show. It has been just fascinating listening to the perspectives from your side of the world and hearing your stories. Thank you so much for being with us. I have to say, unfortunately, I'm kind of sucking up a little bit to you because now I'm going to turn against you. See, as everyone knows, whoever led an event as a team builder, when those people first come in the room and they hear that they're going to be doing something team building, there is this look of dread that comes over everyone's faces. Because they're like, oh, we're going to play silly games. Well, Jakub, this is kind of their payback because I'm going to put you through a silly game. It's time to get you into our speed round. Now, what the speed round is, for the next 60 seconds, I'm going to ask Jakub a series of innocuous questions. He's going to answer as fast as he can, trying to give me whatever answer happens to be right off the top of his head. And we'll see how well he does. Jakub, I don't know how competitive you are, but the number to beat is 13 questions answered. Okay?
Okay. And
all right.
Done that.
Fantastic. Let's see how well you do. Once we hear the music, I'll start asking questions, and away we go. What's your name?
Jakub.
Do you have any pets?
Yes, dog.
If you could ask your dog one question, what would it be?
Do you love me?
Aw. Who's your favorite athlete?
Usain Bolt.
Nice. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Be nice.
Oh, lovely. If you had to pick a new nickname for yourself, what would it be?
A ghost.
What do you like to do on a rainy day?
Read a book.
Would you rather be the best player on a horrible team or the worst player on a great team?
Yeah, the best player in the worst team.
Okay.
So they can save me as a goat.
What's your favorite thing to do on a beach?
Lay around.
Favorite movie?
Yeah, with the Bruce Willis, Die Hard.
Nice. I'll accept it. That's 10. 10 answers done. Fantastic. Jakub Skorik, everyone. Please give him another big round of applause for being on the show. Jakub, do you have a website that anybody within the sound of my voice might be able to go and reach out to?
Yeah, it's actually www.catalystteambuilding.cz.
Fantastic. Thank you so very much for coming on board, Jakub. And for you, my friends out there, thanks for listening to Team Building Around the World. If you like this show, please share it with a friend or a colleague, and we'd be grateful if you would subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you find your favorite podcast and leave us that lovely favorable review. If you don't have a favorable review to leave, just shut up about it. Everything's going to be fine. Now, all past episodes can be found at teambonding.com/podcast. So, my friends, that's it for me. One more time, this has been Rich Rindensland, and if you are within the sound of my voice, you are now on my team, and I'm always on yours. So thanks, everyone, and we will see you next time.
It's been said that you learn more about a person in an hour of play than in a year of conversation. So why not put your coworkers to play with the help of the team at Team Bonding? Team Bonding was founded over 20 years ago with one simple question. How can employees have a great time while fostering strong, authentic bonds between people who work together? Their catalog of innovative events includes scavenger hunts, Jeopardy, and much more. Each activity, whether live, virtual, or hybrid, maximizes the impact of team building with an accent on fun. Visit teambonding.com to schedule your event now. Team Bonding, when you want seriously fun results.